This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Today's video is brought to you by Private Internet Access. Conservative media is a propaganda network. It is a concerted effort at disseminating incorrect information as a means of promoting their particular ideologies, but also candidates. And that's what we're seeing right now in a ramp up to 2024 with Fox News' interview last night with Tucker Carlson, which is absolutely just lies. It is an attempt to make the worst candidate possible seem like the best candidate possible with insane lies, things that are so bafflingly untrue to present as truth that it's perplexing. It is literally laughable. And it starts with, seriously, we'll just play it. I'm sure you've seen some clips. I got the longer version of the clip that you may have seen on Twitter where Donald Trump is telling everyone that people were crying. They're, Sir, oh, I can't believe I have to take your fingerprints, sir. I'm not an actor, obviously, but Tucker Carlson sits there with a straight face, I don't know if that's the accurate depiction of it. It is, again, like a dog being shown a magic trick who is just mind blown at the mysticism before his eyes. The googly-eyed feather duster, Tucker Carlson, the haircut, the smooth-skinned, soft-brained moron, sitting before maybe the only other person on the planet as stupid as him, Donald Trump, asking about, what was it like when you got arraigned? Tell us, Mr. President. But before we get to that, a word from today's sponsor, Private Internet Access. I often receive threats, both physical and digital. People ask me how I protect myself, and as a former Marine, I like to think that I have the physical covered. But as for digital, I use a VPN. Private Internet Access is an industry-leading virtual private network with over 30 million downloads. Private Internet Access encrypts your internet connection, shielding your passwords, personal information, and private messages, while also blocking ads, trackers, and malicious websites. Head to piavpn.com/Dollemore now to get 83% off of Private Internet Access, plus 4 extra months for free. With no logs policy that has been proven in court multiple times, Private Internet Access won't store any of your data. Their security and anonymity are available to you on all platforms, Windows, Mac, Android, and more. Also, you can use unlimited devices on a single subscription. And with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you can try PIA risk-free. Get top-notch defense for just over $2 per month. piavpn.com/Dollemore for 83% off, plus 4 extra months free. So much protection for so little money. So let me show you, I got 2 clips here I want to play. One is the crying or the claim that there was crying. And then the other is, again, an article of projection. Any accusation that is leveled against the left or Democrats or liberals by Republicans is almost always just an admission of guilt that the thing I'm accusing you of is something I do. And he does this relative to Joe Biden because Donald Trump said that he doesn't believe Joe Biden is going to run for president again. Let's start with the first one, which is the more laughable, that everybody was just weeping with tears at the arraignment of Donald Trump.
Mr. President, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Last week, you were in New York for this arraignment. The world watched it. You've not given an interview since. You were there, I think, 57 minutes. Tell us from your perspective what that was like.
Well, it was a horrible thing because I did nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. You look at even the pundits and the legal analysis, Greg Jarrett, all of these really talented people, they're saying he didn't do anything wrong. So that's number one. Number two, They were incredible. When I went to the courthouse, which is also a prison in a sense, they signed me in. And I'll tell you, people were crying. People that work there, professionally work there, that have no problems putting in murderers, and they see everybody. It's tough place. And they were crying. They were actually crying. They said, I'm sorry. They'd say, 2024, sir, 2024. And tears are pouring down their eyes. I've never seen anything like those people are phenomenal. Those are your police.
Yep.
Those are the people that work at the courthouse. They're unbelievable people. Many of them were in tears or close to it. Many apologists were sorry, sir. We're sorry. They had to have me do certain things. They said, sir, I can't believe I have to ask you. I can't even believe that I have to ask you to do it. You could see. So in one sense, it was beautiful because they get it. In another sense, it's nasty. I went to the Wharton School of Finance. They didn't teach me about that. That wasn't like in the cards.
About the arraignment part?
That wasn't. We didn't have a class on arraignment. And it was a sad day in many ways, and in many ways it was a beautiful day.
All right, let's go to the chart here. Let's see how accurate this is. Did this happen? No. And your only other choice is also no. Who is gullible enough to believe this story? We watched his arraignment. We watched him people not opening doors for him. It wasn't a love fest that he would have you believe, that people are just perplexed by what is happening. Pundits are saying that it didn't even break the law. Everything's fine. Yeah. Ridiculous. Maybe more, but maybe less ridiculous than this next clip, which Donald Trump loves to be very direct in answering questions. Obviously, Donald Trump does not. He meanders, he wanders, it's word salad, it's verbal diarrhea, it's just stream of consciousness thinking that there's no filter whatsoever. So Tucker Carlson asks him a question about Joe Biden and whether Donald Trump thinks he's going to run for president again in 2024. And in the course of answering the question, by the way, it takes a minute 22 to get to the answer. Over a minute to get to the answer. And just watch and then pay attention to what's being said and all of the insanity, and then remember the accusation that's leveled in here. We'll talk about it.
Do you think Biden will stay in the race?
Look, I watch him just like you do. And I think it's almost inappropriate for me to say it. But I deal with other people. I don't see how it's possible. And it's not an age thing. They like to say, I have friends that are 88, 89, 92. Bernie Marcus, Home Depot, is 95. Smart as hell. He's sharp as he was. I mean, he's, mentally, Bernie Marcus, Home Depot, founder of Home Depot, one of the founders. I mean, I had a meeting with him a few months ago. He was 100%. I know people that built their fortunes from 80 to 90. They were always struggling, and they made a fortune from 80 to 90. A couple of people in particular. It's amazing. He's not too old. His age, I think they do the age thing because I'm 4 or 5 years behind. They say, this is a way of getting Trump. Let's go home. But there's something wrong. I saw his answer today on television about whether or not he was going to run to a very nice guy named Al Roker. When you can't get a softer question than that. That was a long answer, talking about the eggs and the this and that. Look, I don't think he can. But say what you want. They didn't expect him to get it. Yeah. People could say he won an election. It always goes, I got the most votes of any sitting president in history. I was told if I got 15 million less, I couldn't lose.
Do you think Biden's going to stay in the race? Home Depot founder, old guys making their fortune late in life, blah, blah, blah. And then he says, there is something wrong. I saw his answer the other day. It was a long answer talking about eggs and this and that. A minute 22 it took him to answer the question. accusing Joe Biden of being so mentally unequipped to do the job that he just meanders from topic to topic, talking about eggs and everything else, while he's doing the exact thing he's leveling a charge about. Projection. Lies. All while being propped up and supported by Fox News. They're so desperate for a Republican president, so desperate for those ideological goals to be met for the country, a fascistic approach, an authoritarian approach to governance, the stripping away of LGBTQ rights and support, the stripping away of decades-long understood constitutional rights of women's reproductive health care, the banning of books, the lack of teaching of actual history of the United States of America. These are all goals, stated objectives of the Republican Party that are now being backed by Fox News. Unfortunately, people who only watch Fox News believe this guy is the second coming. They refer to him as a savior. Fox News is here for it. It's going to be a rough ride in 2024. And I hope that you have the stomach for it. I hope that you have the energy to get up and get involved and get engaged. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. You can also absolutely, as always, email me a regular old-fashioned email at idoubitit@dollemore.com. You can follow me on social media, at Dollemore on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere that there's social media. I'm probably there. I'm perpetually online. And if you appreciate what I do, please consider supporting and helping produce my work right here. Go to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. You can also, if this platform is your thing, click the join button below and become a channel member. Both those are great ways to help support the work we're doing here. That is going to only get more important the closer that we come to Election Day. Anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you very much. I will see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.